Okay, good morning and welcome to a new edition of the WestMED Stakeholder Conference, boosting the sustainable blue economy in this part of the Mediterranean, hosted by our dear colleagues from Malta. My name is Javier Fernández. I am the team leader of the assistance mechanism, who is supporting since 2018 the European Commission, the Member States and the partner countries in implementation of the actual initiative since it was approved in 2017. We are coming to a new edition of the conference. We had one in 2018 in Algiers. We went to Italy in Palermo in 2019. We've been, in different parts of the Mediterranean. We had a very interesting hackathon on tree development last year, 10 kilometers from here. And now we are coming again for a fully fledged stakeholder conference to bring you all together to discuss about the present, but also, and most importantly, about the future. So in 2 minutes, I will let you to take you through the agenda for the day and give you also some house rules. In a minute, we're going to hear some opening remarks coming from the co-presidency from Malta and from Mauritania, and also we will be hearing from the European Commission, especially about the key outcomes and recommendations for the future coming from the recently approved evaluation report. Once the opening remarks are done, we're going to look at the present, what is being done today. So we're going to give you a detailed overview of the projects which exist today, as we speak, 22nd June. And then we're going to zoom in into 2 concrete aspects that have been privileged by the co-presidency. Skills, blue skills, and sustainable coastal tourism. And there we're going to hear about really cutting-edge projects which are being developed and leading the EU and our neighborhood countries in these 2 topics. Then we will break for a coffee break, and we invite you to visit a very interesting exhibition that we have just outside. It's a project done by the university here in Malta, the Corello project, which is being funded by an EU program, the Interreg Italia-Malta. So we encourage you all to visit the exhibition. Now, if before the break we look at the present, after the break it's all about the future. And there we're going to discuss about new project ideas, funding opportunities available, and who are the best partners available in order to build your future projects or initiatives. And this in 4 concrete thematic fields, which happen to be completely aligned to the priorities of the WestMED initiative. So we're going to be discussing on green shipping, we're going to be discussing on clusters. We've been discussing about clusters for some time now. We will be also having a meeting on aquaculture, sustainable aquaculture. And last but not least, the key enabler for everything to happen, the planning that needs to be done, the spatial planning that needs to be done in our seas in order to bring all the pieces of the puzzle together, MSP. So we will be having a meeting of the community of practice for the Mediterranean or Maritime Special Plan. Then we break for lunch. We will be having our lunch just outside this room at the terrace, beautiful, very well chosen location by our Maltese colleagues. And right after the network lunch, the parallel sessions will continue discussing about these 3 topics on project ideas, funding opportunities, and partner searching. Once these parallel sessions are finished and done, there will be we come back again for the plenary session, and there we, the emerging findings and the concrete opportunities to enhance and make stronger the existing cooperation will emerge and will be reported by our team of the systems mechanism, who will be acting as rapporteurs. And then, towards the end of the conference, we have reserved, like perhaps one of the most important elements of this conference, which is to award the best projects, or what have been selected as the best WestMED projects for the year. And there, in the 4 categories of the priorities of the WestMED, we will be announcing through our Maltese presidents, and also by the European Commission, who are those projects which can be considered leading the topics that they're discussing in the respective projects in the subsea basin. And then finally, the European Commission and the Maltese co-presidency will put an end to what we hope will be an interesting and useful event for all of you who are here in this beautiful villa of in Malta. So this is the agenda for the day. Now it's time for the welcome and opening remarks, and we have the privilege of having the Mr. Honorable Dr. Aaron Farrugia, the Minister for Transport, Infrastructure and Capital Projects of Malta. So the floor is yours, and thank you very much.